The summer months for school buses is huge, and that's where we see massive drop-offs and failures of batteries because of the amount of time and length of sitting. And even on shorter spans where you see Christmas breaks, it's another telltale sign that we'll start seeing battery orders come through where people asking questions about why their batteries might be dead, for lack of a better term. So, yeah, it's always something to keep an eye out for.
Selling batteries for all these years and always getting blamed because your batteries, there's problems with your batteries. They just don't understand. It's not us battery guys. Let's look at some other options. And I think that's what we're trying to point out.
Exactly. And then, Frank, here's your favorite ones.
Listen, fleets know this. Not until I moved to Texas, where I was I think I was in Southern California, and it was about June or July, and the counter person, one of our distribution partners, said, well, about another month, we're going to bring a pallet out, and they're going to be right here. I said, why is that? He says, once it gets to that 100+ degrees on a consistent basis, we eat batteries. That's where all the damage gets done, and especially in the warmer climates. That heat is just the whole process of charging and the chemical reaction that's going on inside that battery. It's basically blown up when it gets warm out. And we're going to talk about stratification in a minute, but people don't always realize that. And then what happens when you have the atmospheres or the environments where you get some cold, that's when you start replacing the batteries. But a good portion of that battery damage is being done in the heat, and people don't always know that. And it affects the lifespan of those batteries. You'll get premature battery failure in a warmer climate, more so than you will in a colder climate. So, but a lot of fleets know that, though. They understand that.
Environmental and mechanical protection. So again, picking the right batteries for the right application. Is it heavy duty commercial? Is it running down gravel roads? Make sure to have a vibration mitigation. So AGM or anchor bonded equipment or mixing technology. The mixing fingers that are in the battery do help with vibration. Again, vibration just causes the cast on straps sometimes to fail or the plates to shake off the COS, which in turn causes internal short circuits. Thermal control, again, if we're talking about Texas, making sure that the batteries aren't right up next to that engine bay in the middle of summer, maybe move them to a location that isn't going to be as hot. Or if you're in very, very cold, if you're in the Northwest Territories, you don't really have to keep the batteries warm if they're 100% state of charge. That would be more so, making sure that the oil pan and the engine is remaining warm, so that when you do go to turn over the engine, it turns over. Go ahead, Jamie. Do you have something there?
Oh no, yeah, just that was my point exactly. Yeah, no, you hit up right on it.
Perfect. And then corrosion control. So again, just make sure you're cleaning your terminals and all points of contact wherever current is flowing. If you do have dirty posts or dirty terminal connections, all of that just increases resistance and sometimes can increase heat at those point of contacts. So if you ever see a melted post, the people love to blame a melted post on the battery as well, or melted connectors. Lead acid batteries don't typically just spontaneously combust. So you have to look at something else that happened wrong in that system.